6:29, but why stand on ceremony? I will call to order the Village of Belgium's board meeting for Monday, July 13th, 2026. If you would all please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call of officers.
Andrew Bartley, Brian Lorgy, Chris Clear, Rose Sowers, Kevin Schuler, and Dan Wolf.
Thank you. I will now entertain public comments. Please keep in mind, this is not the public hearing having to do with the zoning ordinance. So these are just general questions, comments. So does anyone have anything to say not related to that ordinance change? Okay. Village Marshal, would you like to give your report, please?
Okay, for June, it was very, very slow. I only had one call for a barking dog, and that was the only complaint I had all month long. And so everybody's behaving themselves, so. That's the way I like to see it.
That's good.
But I'm out every day, and I got some positive vibes, because I'm out in the morning when the kids are getting on the school bus. They like to see me driving around when the kids are getting on the school bus, so they like seeing my presence out there.
Great.
Other than that, everything's going good.
Great. Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
So moved.
Second? It's been moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda items. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Unfinished business, it doesn't look like we have any unfinished business, so we will move on to new business. Consideration, discussion, and possible action regarding, and this is the public hearing for the zoning ordinance change. So would someone like to make a motion to convene that public hearing?
I'll make a motion to convene the public hearing. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor of convening the public hearing, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, now's your time to discuss the ordinance. Any members of the public that would like to do so, I would ask you to keep it to a couple of minutes each, if you would.
I will just make a point of order to remind everybody that this is a text amendment that, while it is being submitted by Boots Barbecue, would apply to, if this conditional use is created, it would apply to any business within the village, could then apply for this conditional use. So it isn't specific to them.
I suppose I ought to read this. Motion to convene public hearing regarding an application submitted by Peter and Christine Raymond for a zoning ordinance text amendment, proposed ordinance number 11-26 to amend section 270-34 of the village code and to add subsection Q as a conditional use as follows. Section Q, restaurants operating with an expanded commercial kitchen for other licensed food operators, processors utilizing shared kitchen facilities at the restaurant location for catering, mobile vending, ghost kitchen operations, utilizing third-party delivery services, temporary event vending, and or instructional and class-based activities related to food, education, and small group events in the B2 community business district. So, anybody, anything?
The petitioner could also address the board also, if they want to. Any comments?
Does anybody have questions? We're more than happy to explain if anyone has questions.
Otherwise, there'll be opportunity during the discussion part of it if no one has public hearing comments or questions.
Okay, this is your last chance for public comments. Otherwise, we will make a motion to close the public hearing. Would you like to make that motion?
I'll make a motion to close public hearing and proceed with other new business.
I'll second it.
It's been moved and seconded to close the public hearing and proceed to other new business. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so we're moving on to discussion and possible action regarding ordinance number 11-26, based upon Planning Commission's recommendation to the village board to approve the zoning ordinance text amendment submitted by Peter and Christine Raymond to amend section 270-34 of the village code to add subsection Q as conditional use. So I don't have any issues with it. Anybody else?
Nope.
No issue.
Okay.
So you would then need to make a motion to either approve or deny ordinance number 11-26.
I will make that motion to approve ordinance, the acceptance of ordinance 11-26 with the amended section 270-34 with subsection Q.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to agree to the addition of the new subsection to the zoning ordinance number 11-26. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay. Action regarding Nicholas Roper operation license application dated, the original was January 28th, 2026.
So this was, he submitted it at that time. He did not fill it out truthfully. He gave it back to me, filled it out. It was denied. I gave him the option to come and state his case, and he never did. So now he's reapplying. So now he would like to have it approved.
So other than the fact that he's come clean on something we already knew, there's been no substantive change in any of this, correct?
Nothing has changed since January 1st, or January, right, 28th.
And if the board recalls, one of the concerns, aside from the not truthfulness of stating the issue on his original application, is that substance abuse is somewhat related to dealing alcohol, so.
I would
I
say
think you-
it's substantially related, not just somewhat.
Oh,
It's
okay.
legally,
Right.
it's substantially
I'm
related.
not a lawyer.
Yeah, but that's
what you
that's
went
a term
to
which
school.
I think is applicable here.
Okay, yes, so substantive, and hearing that not much has changed, does the board have anything
Could
they want to
could they give
discuss?
him the opportunity to come back and,
If the board denies his application, he will get another letter stating it's been denied and what his due process is from that point.
Got it.
Staff will send that out.
And the board denied it once for very good reason.
And he had his opportunity.
He had an opportunity to come
Didn't
and
show.
plead his case. He didn't show. Now he just wants to reapply. So
Well, I will entertain a motion with regard to Mr. Roper's application for a liquor license.
I'll make a motion to deny the operator license application for Nicholas Roper.
I'll second.
Is that based on the same reasons as
Correct,
previous?
yes.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded to deny the application of Mr. Roper for an operator's license based on no substantive change to his circumstance since the last application. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, ayes have it. Approve new operator license application submitted by Daniel Sewell, Nathan Ori, David Brown, and Jessica Godersky. Do we need to do these separately?
No.
Okay.
And these
Background
all
checks-
check out just fine.
Background checks are all good, and everything's good with these ones. I only know two, so.
Well, I then will feel comfortable moving to approve the new operators licenses for those 4 individuals.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the new operator licenses. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Well, we're ticking right along here. Action to approve the public utilities recommendation to deny the amendment lease offer by AT&T Communication and request for the new amendment offer to be $3,000 monthly with a 25% escalator every 5 years starting in 2031.
So we have 2 tenants using our tower, T-Mobile and AT&T. Both were, leases were started in the same year. T-Mobile just renewed theirs because we're in the last 5 years term now on both of them. So T-Mobile has been amended, AT&T has reached out and requested an amendment. They came in with an offer that was very low and a reduced escalator over what they're paying now. And frankly, they are getting a deal compared to what T-Mobile is paying anyway. So the Public Utilities Committee reviewed both leases and they felt that the offer that they would counter AT&T's with would be fair compared to market, use based on the previous lease we just amended.
Okay. Before we call the motion, is there anyone who wants to discuss this or chime in on this?
Pretty straightforward.
Then I will make the motion to approve the public utilities recommendation to deny the amendment lease offer by AT&T Communications.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, action to approve Finance and Personnel's recommendation to hire temporary interim building inspector and giving village staff authorization to address inspectors' fees at reasonable rates for pre-existing permits that have not been finalized. And I personally am a little behind the 8 ball on this, having not been at that meeting, so.
So I'm gonna give a short synopsis. Roger had a medical emergency. We became aware of it, but then we were unable to reach contact with him for several weeks. So we were concerned that we were going to be left, we had a lot of permits coming in. I will say that since then, he is now home and he has retaken over duties and is handling things as far as I am aware.
Rosie would like to, if you would consider tabling it for now.
I'm fine with that because I think we need to know a little bit more about how much of his duties he can,
Well, he is handling things as far as I'm aware right now. So we don't need temporary. Now, if the board, wishes to table this and, we do not have a current contract with Rogers. So there are some things that maybe should be addressed going forward, but I think we need to take some, a beat to.
okay.
So I guess what I'm saying is we don't need a temporary person at the moment.
Do we need a motion to table?
Not necessarily. It could, if there's no motion made, it would fail for lack of motion and it could.
Well, I will say that we had a recommendation from finance and personnel. So do they not have to address that recommendation?
They don't have to, but probably just state for the record that there was a recommendation from the finance committee.
Then I'll state for the record that Finance and Personnel had recommended to hire a temporary interim building inspector. However, circumstances have changed. There's further details that we need to discuss, so
If you do table it, it could come back at the, potentially the next board meeting, and the recommendation could continue depending, you might know more next month, you know, as far as what the needs are. So maybe, as Rosie indicated, motion to table might be the appropriate.
then I will make a motion to table, I guess, officially.
And I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to officially table the matter until the next board meeting. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, ayes have it. Discussion and possible action regarding letter of support, Wisconsin Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program from Quick Trip.
So this is from Quick Trip. They just want to know if we would just sign this letter of support so they can get a grant for getting the electric cars. He put it.
I believe that they did this either last year or the year before also, so apparently they did not get the grant, but the village did provide the letter of support that year.
Well, just my own opinion is that there's no losing scenario in doing this, that it would be boom to have an electrical charging station in the village. So anyone disagree? Okay. Does this require a motion or just an agreement to sign the?
I would do a motion.
Okay. I'll make a motion to, that the village does sign the letter of support regarding the Wisconsin Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program to allow a grant for Quick Trip should they, be chosen to allow for an EVS station at the Quick Trip.
I'll second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion? Otherwise, all in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, at this point, I will need a motion to convene for closed session pursuant to section 19.85(1)(e) of the Wisconsin statute for the purpose of deliberating or negotiating the terms of a developer's agreement where competitive or bargaining reasons exist with ANSI Development Corporation. So do I,
And that's for the proposed Lincoln Woods subdivision,
right,
as
so
indicated.
first of all, I know I need to poll, but do I have to make a motion to go into closed?
Yes, there'll be a motion to go into closed session, and then there'll be a roll call vote
Okay.
for that.
I will make the motion that the village board convene to closed session pursuant to section 19.851(e)
As indicated in the agenda.
as indicated in the agenda.
I'll second.
It's been made and seconded, so I will poll the board members.
Aye.
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 Okay, well, that means unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for,
We are going to reconvene in open session,
Yes.
so if you want to stay out in the lobby, it's perfectly fine.
this is why I have people.
If there, for the purpose of the live stream, I will be ending the stream now. I will not be reconvening the stream at the reconvening of the board.